dear, Ghetto Fabulous. So he's going to be playing that jungler yet again here in the game number 2 of the National ESL NA Finals. And let's see, who else? We got Malphite being played by Lightning, and Corky is going to be I'm a Cutie Pie. We do got Sion in his nice lumberjack suit, and we do have Underwater Malphite. Of course, Jinzhao there, the worst player on their team. He's going to just run off and hide in a corner. No Amumu to keep me company this round, but the game number 2 leading right now, CLG is up 1-0. Going to picking ourselves up some Dorans and just hiding out in the nether regions. So good times. Observer mode activated. I am here, as always, here with Riot Phreak, and he's been very patient with us. Gotten here to game number 2. If CLG Gaming does take this game, they are going to be crowned the champions here of the National ESL Regional Finals, and taking it 2-0 over OhGodBears. So hopefully we will see a great match here. I'm excited, Phreak. We are finally coming to the close of our tournament.
Yes, it looks like the teams are getting ready. V-Man up in mid with Sona, has a Doran's Ring to start, has plenty of AP, looks like 38 ability power at level 1, thanks to Hymn of Valor and Doran's Ring. So it's a pretty beefy little Sona running around, got some AP quints going on. Doran's Ring all over the place. Interesting that enough by Chowster has no health gain at all on his entire setup and only 490 health. So that's going to be a little bit dangerous. Does have plus 61 move speed though, so that's basically just boots and utility spec. Has plus 2 damage. Only plus 2 though, meaning he went like part way down offense, part way down utility supposedly. Because I don't know where else you get plus 2 from. And ooh, looks like they're going to go for an invasion. So CLG going to invade the jungle. And they do have a lot of AoE stuns ready. They have stuns with the Mumu and with Tarek. They have AoE stuns with Annie and Shogath. So could be a lot of really good things happening in this game. They're actually not going to go for the gold. They're actually going to go back to their own jungle. I'm surprised they're not stealing.
I would have expected them to as well, but I mean, this is very reminiscent of the first game we had, where they did invade that jungle. They did get that first quick kill on Amumu last time, but very wisely, OhGodBears not going to be anywhere near their blue, because I do think they did predict CLG is going to go and invade. So good game sense on their part. The lanes are kind of now solidified. Who do we got where, sir?
So we got Cyan up top, which is pretty expected. He was mid last game, but now that they have a physical carry who's not Urgot. Oh no! Oh, nice! This is smart. They're sending Malphite middle to harass. This is really cool. So this is finally something we're seeing that that EU likes to run. And actually, both teams doing this. Both teams switching up to EU style. We've got tanky guys up top. Cyan versus Cho'Gath. Now Cho'Gath will probably win that lane because you cannot get Cho'Gath out of lane. Malphite versus Annie would be really good for Malphite, as long as he's got the right spec and he's got enough mana for it. And he's got plenty of bonus movement speed. I think those are move speed quints too. To get plus 23 without anything else. But we have Ashe being babysit by a Tarek, and then Corky being babysit by a Sona. So both teams using a healer to keep themselves alive, and we have Hotshot going to be, like I said, he's slowing against, I already called the solos out. So Udyr, of course, juggling around, being jungler. We'll be taking out the lizard buff. And Mumu slightly behind him because of the random movement around the map. Ooh, Annie putting some nice damage out on Lightning, getting him down about half health. And continuing the last hit with Disintegrate, and has opened Doran's shield, meaning that it's going to be hard to actually harass him out of lane. He's got a lot of health regeneration. Just throwing more and more harassment onto this Malphite.
So, harassment down there. I was taking a quick look here at Hotshot up against Becrutched, and this is something I didn't really expect to see, but you can actually silence the shield when it's about to explode off Sion, and it just kind of drops off. He's done that at least once, if not twice, up top, and that's really going to be hurting Sion for in terms of the last hits, the harassment he wants to get down on that Cho'Gath, and that's going to be a big advantage then to Cho'Gath, because he has that Doran's Ring, wants to go with that mana regen and the ability power, and I mean, it should theoretically work out pretty good for him.
So you sure the shield actually just fails to blow up at the end, or does he just not able to activate it and it dies from damage?
I'm pretty sure just either it doesn't blow up or he can't activate it because of the timer. I saw the shield on Scion, and then I
Well,
saw
he
the
definitely can't
silence go
activate it,
down.
but it should auto blow up regardless of silence. Like you won't
Didn't.
be able to activate it because of silence, but it should blow up on timer, even if you are silenced. Even if you're stunned, it blows up. So like I don't see why it would work that way.
Well, I'll keep an eye on it, see if I can figure out what exactly happened. I
Okay.
just know that it happened once, and it's going to be, if he can keep doing that, Hotshot's going to have a good advantage in lane.
Yeah, for sure. Hotshot doing a good job last thing. Let's check the minion counts real quick. While we watch mid, because something might happen here. And indeed, Udio's waiting in the wings. Elements does have Ghost Flash or well, just Flash really, Ignite Flash. But this is decent. No stun was ready yet, so Getafemus managed to get out of range, not dying to a tower, which is always smart. And yeah, some free damage. Annie did waste her flash, and so if her lane pushes, and of course the lane won't push though. She does have starting. Oh, here we go, and Amumu is there as well. What can they do? Okay, Getafemus is on there, but yes, Amumu will get that kill. Getafemus, can he pick up the kill on Annie? One more hit to go. Will he land that before he dies? He will get the bear stance kill, but it means that Amumu gets a free red buff. And honestly, I don't know if it's worth it. Did Malphite get an assist? Yes, he did. So that's that's not the end of the world, but it basically means that Amumu is very far ahead right now. Um, yes, yeah. So you can see right now, Hotshot clearly winning the lane quite strongly. Just last hitting all these minions and getting a lot of health back.
It's a a free red buff there for Saint Vicious. Good stuff. I do got a comment here from V-Man saying he's lagging really hard, so his Arizona internet may or may not die on him again. Cutie Pie is going to take some harass down south, but with a level 6 jungler already, Udyr is actually still level 5, and it was a 2-for-1 kill. And I do believe that Amumu got the first blood bonus as well. That's really going to help him out in terms of items
Yes.
for early game.
Yeah, absolutely. So I expect Amumu to have, yeah, there's a 100 gold and boots already. So he's going to be basically just turning that gold into more gold with the turtle shell pickup. Of Annie and Malphite, of course, doing battle. Malphite first to 6 though is pretty useful, and looks like he's going to be going for a fast Mercury treads. It's a fine pickup there. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that he ended up sort of losing the lane somewhat. Let's look at the minion last hits between the two of them. It's 23 against a whopping I say whopping, then I see it's 28, which is kind of silly. But Hotshot with 46, just doing all kinds of good things. And of course, V-Man DC it up in the base. His internet just not having fun with him.
Now, he raged a little bit in chat here, so he's not having the best of times. And I mean, if you have to have your internet die on you, preferably it's not the finals of a tournament where you could potentially get a lot of money out of it. So it is unfortunate, but Sona is going to be going back to base. That's going to leave Corki without a babysitter, but I don't see Ashe anywhere. Okay, there's Ashe. She did go back. She's going to go for that pickaxe first. So the first step to that Infinity Edge, or just picking up the quick damage?
Yeah, definitely first step to Infinity Edge. As a carry in general, like if you feel like, oh, it's kind of time to recall, you want to just buy what you can, because that plus damage helps you last hit, it helps you harass, and it can give you an extra kill or so as well against enemy champions if you kind of show up to a team fight and your damage is 25% higher than it's supposed to be. That could mean a whole lot for the gank. So, in comparison, like if she fought Corki right now, she would win despite being a level
Mid.
down. She's really high. Oh, mid. Yes, a kill from Elements and Amumu onto that Malphite. Completely unchallenged, really. Amumu takes some damage, but it's not a big deal. Just lots of crushing right now from CLG.
Now, they do know that they're up 5 versus 4, and Amumu, he was doing good work here. He was able to take the blue buff from their side, so but at the same time, Udyr did take the blue buff from CLG's side. Now, the difference, however, is that Amumu had the red and was able to get off that gank into the mid, so that's going to force Udyr here to cover mid at least a little bit if he wants to grab that experience. But yeah, 3-1 right now. CLG is leading that 2 kills on Amumu, and that's going to be 2 hearts of gold now. So yeah, he definitely wants to get that snowball train going.
Yeah, indeed. So, and it's what we've seen actually a couple times as well. Is Amumu has gone double heart of gold both times that I've seen him, and it serves him quite well, I guess. He turns that into a Banshee's Veil and a Sunfire Cape later on, and then a late Red Wind's Omen, and he just becomes really, really beefy. And honestly, it's weird that CLG has not been. Yeah, so that silence would just overpower that shield entirely.
He's been doing it 3 or 4 times
So
now.
basically, they haven't been going Aegis. Yeah, that's just damage off of breaking the shield though. That's just damage. Um, so let's see. Yeah, Tarek forced back by Malphite. Looks like they're going to go ahead and give mid back over to Corki now. Corki with a fast Sheen. That'll be interesting for now. Last hit some minions, okay. And he's trying to stay really, really safe because he does not have ward control in mid at all. There's no wards below or above, and so if he ever, if Amumu shows up, he will die to anti-Amumu, unless he went cleanse, and he did. So, Corki could pretty much survive any of these fights as long as he's got really good reflexes and just cleanses and Valkyries away. Shed will last hit, or Side will last hit when he can.
Bottom.
One more over there. Okay.
Nope, nothing
All
bottom.
yours if you want it. When you see one of those, just go for it.
Well, I don't know. The Malphite has been sticking around
Well,
lane
take-
a lot.
take a
He is
bullet
going to
right
use
there.
that ghost, and that's just going to force Amumu to be down here for no reason. So Malphite is going to get out of that one, and that's going to be okay. Saint Vicious doing good amount of work, running around, doing a lot of ganks. I think he's going to go for the dragon here. Nope, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't seem to know himself. He is going to be crying.
Top lane, Hot Shot GG's going to go down right there. Nice job by Udyr coming in with Scion, getting that gank on a Gentleman Cho'Gath right on the top of the map. Udyr coming across the map and just, the chain slow and stun combo completely overpowering. And Cho's a champion without any innate escape, so I don't know if he used Ghost Flash, if he's pushed up to the turret. I know he had been pushed up the turret a few times before, but this ward right here doesn't always see if Udyr comes in like that, comes in through this river, so... they have a pick up at bottom, and here we go. There's the arrow in from Chowster. They're going right onto Lightning, and he will drop down to just Ash. That pickaxe, like we were talking about earlier, definitely adding a lot of damage, making that happen. So, Udyr's going to loop around, and I think he's going to look for a Amumu in the jungle.
Well, he's not going to find him because Amumu's down at those wraiths, and they were able to pick up that dragon while all that damage was going up top. But I didn't really expect a kill to go down there on Cho'Gath. Just kind of shows you the ganking power of that Udyr. He's going to go back to town. What's he going to pick up? I wonder. It's going to be a quick Wriggles Lantern, so a nice free ward for them. V-Man 7's actually back in the game, level 4 at the bottom lane, and it's just very unfortunate that... his ISP is acting the way it is, and he's just going to have to hang around with the protection of this tower, trying to get some experience, trying to become back and active in this game. If he overextends a little, though, Chaucer is going to punish him pretty hard. I mean, between the stun, the slow, and a stun arrow, it's going to be very easy to take out a level 5 Sona.
Yeah, dude, the Sona's playing a little bit aggressively. She's actually trying to bait them out, I feel. Because if Tarek went in for the push, Malphite could stun them on top of tower range, and maybe pick up a kill that way. I mean, yeah, this Tarek does not have boots or any bonus health items, so I could kind of see that happening where he comes in and takes a Malphite out to the face, and the tower does enough damage. But Scion basically winning against Cho'Gath right now, blowing up that shield, of course, getting himself some nice bonus health, bonus gold. Cho's going to knob out some minions, and he's got level 4 stack of Feast. Let's see, Udyr up in his jungle now. I think they know he's there, though. So this is going to be dangerous, because Amumu might jump in there. Yeah, there's the Clairvoyance. From both sides, they know Amumu's there. And actually, this is really, really good for OhGodBears. Amumu is by himself. Oh, then Tarek does come up to help. Okay. But this is going to be close on both sides. I believe Annie has Timbers up, so... if a team fight starts, Annie will be dangerous. We do have a ward there, so they can't steal Golem now. And it looks like CLG is still coming in and out. They're not quite sure what they want to do. Oh, they're going to jump right away. Where's the Ash arrow? Where? Oh, man, the stun stack is huge. Oh, wow. They jump right into that with Timbers and Tarek stun, and that's just a dead Udyr out of pretty much nowhere. So, awesome play right there by Saint Vish and the rest of the crew. They have picked up that kill there. They picked up the Udyr and the Golem. So they have now stolen successfully their first neutral buff of the game. Uh-oh. That is a dangerous amount of damage going off on Sona. And they're just going to dive right onto the tower for her, I think. Jig Penalty going to take tower aggro. Here we go. Oh, damage output. One more nuke to go and she will fall. There's the AoE stun. Nope. And he'll pick up that kill. Saint Vision barely getting out. And Annie actually forcing lightning out as well. Lots of damage output here. There's the slow, and no, she can't chase that any further. Ash will pick up that tower kill though quite nicely. And the Scion now getting forced away by Hotshot GG. The passive on that Cho'Gath doing some good things.
Well, if he's as good as last hitting as
A lot
he
of
is going to
random
get
minions
that
to a 5
health
stack.
right back to him, and that's going to keep him very huge amount of staying power. Right now, he has that catalyst as well as the Mercury treads. So, what do you think he's going to use that catalyst for?
That usually turns into a Banshee's Veil when you're a tank. I don't see him going Rod of Ages. He could. It's early enough that he could do it. I don't see it being the best option, though. Generally, Cho'Gath builds pretty much pure tank. Um, and let's see what Sai can do. He will try to evade taking too much damage, and he certainly is harassing Hotshot down, but Hotshot should be getting closer to level 12 at this point. And a lot of spam coming off now, as he does have his blasting wand, so he's got up to about 100 ability power. And uh-oh, there's a Mumu in the back, and Mumu should not have his ultimate, so he can run right away and be fine. There's the Rupture. He will flash it. He didn't really need to. There's not enough damage output there to make him die. So I think that was a slight mistake to have blown his flash already, but you know what, we'll see.
Better safe than sorry, as the old adage goes. Now, right now, Scion, he's going to get some minion kills there. How's he been doing for those kills? About 113, as we do have a ping down here on the bottom lane. 113 is actually second in the game. Cho'Gath is first, but look at this, big fat LP, as he's going to be trying to get run down there.
He's taking
But
some damage there.
yeah, it's just not going to be enough.
You cut out, so
My mistake.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine, because it's all good now. So, over in the middle of the map, we see Corki getting pushed back a little bit as well, and maybe we're going to take some of these neutral buffs here as Udyr's busy ganking, but maybe we'll get some free gold.
Well, while that's going on there, buddy,
And
down
that's the
south,
tower
down
kill
line,
there,
it is going
by
to be
Scion
Sona.
up top.
And she's going to take a lot of damage. I mean, right now we do have Udyr running away. Big show of force down south by CounterLogic Gaming, though I just don't think they're going to be able to catch anything there.
Yeah, indeed. Looks like they're going to be safe for now, and off they run. Let's see. Corki chilling in mid. Oh, there's the jump. Oh, wow. That's a lot of coordination there. Elements will probably go down, but they can't quite pick that one up. Oh, they trade champions, and Chaucer's now shown up, and that is a very dead Scion. But Udyr has stunned Cho'Gath in range of the tower, but it does not matter. The rest of CLG shows up just in time. They trade, right off the bat, they trade Corki for Annie, but then Scion gets picked up thanks to Ash. So, very good reaction there by CLG. I think they saw it coming in some ways. And Chester got right in there to get themselves a second kill, making that a 2-to-1 trade, which is quite good. Looks like Udyr, though, is going to be building the exact same way as last time, going for a Zeal and then a Sheen and then a Trinity Force. Not upgrading his boots just yet, though, which I think is a little bit surprising to me. He went Merc Treads the last game we saw him go Udyr, but we'll see if he's able to do anything with that this time around. CLG's team is very much team fight centric. Ash is not very good in like a 2v4 situation. She'll just instantly die. Cho'Gath can hold his own, but Cho'Gath can't solo anyone either. He can lane really well, but he's there to be in there for his team. But someone like Malphite can really just, and Scion especially, and Corki as well, those three are all going to be much better in 1v1 and 2v2 scenarios than most of CLG's champions. So if they can indeed get this Udyr to start backdooring and doing crazy things, they will see their chances at winning improve quite nicely.
V-Man is still doing some random spike work, and that's just probably going to be reflecting upon his performance a little bit. Still level 7, and 22 creep kills to his name, trying to finish off some of his items. This is just not working, unfortunately. Hotshot going to be throwing down the harass to Cutie Pie, and I do think that this mid tower is probably up on the menu. You do have 3 heroes in and around the town. If we can get that, if we can get Corki out of the way, might be a good opportunity. But no, it looks like Hotshot is going to go south instead. A good opportunity there to do a lot of farming and get all that health back after those kills. Just as we said, is really good staying power. We do have Ghetto Fabulous in the area as well. He's going to be taking out this blue buff, and he does have that Zeal and the Sheen. Not too sure if he wants to differentiate his build, but while he's going to go to the bottom lane, Dragon down south is being munched upon here by Hotshot and crew.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that that OhGodBears is not doing a good job of warding this off. I don't see an Oracles on the CLG team, which means they just simply got lazy and didn't ward it properly. But I believe that's the second straight dragon kill. So 530 global gold for this team right now. And oh, a nice stun there from my Mumu. Can they jump onto this Udyr? And yes, they will. So much damage coming out from Annie, just taking nades right there, going for a fast rabbit. It's death cap. A nice amount of ability power. It looks like she actually went. They got no AP at all. She has no bonus ability power anywhere. So I guess she went like 9 defense and 21 utility. Last game Elements was slain. So didn't even take any ability power, does not have the magic pen mastery either. Does have the sort shoes of course, but looks like just a mass magic penetration rune page. Yeah, definitely 21 utility. The move speed is correct for 21 utility. And I'm guessing magic pen everywhere, because what else would you put on the Quints? Well, yeah, looks like we got plus 26 armor, so there's 10, which means 16 from somewhere else. I'm just trying to do the math on this build. Plus 22 magic resist, that's also slightly off as well. 14. Huh.
I don't know, dude, but
Yeah,
you keep crunching those numbers. I'm going to watch Ghetto Fabulous just om-nom this entire
Anyway.
creep wave up top. He's picked himself up a longsword to go along with everything. He is level 12 as well, and right now, just taking a quick look at the levels, 13, 12, 13 is about where everyone is, except Sona, who is at about level 8, so right off the bat, you can tell the experience difference, and that's all simply because that she had to go back to town a few times because of her ISP. Not the best idea to have, neighborhood work going on as you're trying to do a tournament. But Annie with a Rabadon's, just take a look at her ability power. That spiked from 120 to 202. Good times on her.
Oh yeah, so that's always really awesome for Annie. So Annie's gonna go up, and they're gonna find Udyr, and Udyr's gonna die.
Very
And
likely.
he's gonna, keep walking forward, and he's gonna see if he can do anything to Chowster, and it's actually almost gonna start working. If he gets a dodge, he might make it out, but yeah, too late now. I think it was a waste of Timbers, but oh well. At least they get the kill. He did pick up Golem buff.
Better safe than sorry.
I suppose so. It's called kill. It's not a kill steal. It's kill insurance, right?
I don't think anyone ever said kill steal, but I like kill insurance. I hadn't heard that one before. So the insurance right now that we have for CLG is they're up 10-3 with a good amount of experience at their back. Unfortunately, VMan7 is going to be disconnecting again, and that's just not going to be very good news for OhGodBears, as they are going to be in big danger right now of losing the second game and awarding CLG the win at 2-0.
Yes, indeed. Well, Cho'Gath doing some nice damage on the Corki will miss the Rupture, but getting actually forced back pretty nicely. Corki does some good damage. Cho does not have a lot of armor, only has the default defense spec plus armor. So he's not super beefy right now. I mean, he is super beefy because he has 2 dual magic mantles, or Negatron cloaks rather, and a catalyst, but not super beefy against Corki basically. And Corki's actually starting to get some decent. Oh, this Corki's gonna take some damage. Oh man, that hurts. The Mumu ults, Malphite ults in as well, but looks like this is looking still pretty good for CLG. Scion comes in, and he flashes and doesn't do anything with it. And Lightning just gotta go down. Annie already having Timbers back up. Jeez, that's painful. And Udyr now in a bad way. If they land one more stun, he's gone. And there's the Mumu Vanish Toss, and that is a dead Udyr. And this is just looking very good for CLG. CLG will move on to the inhibitor turret in middle, and that is Annie dropping out some minions, and they are off onto the turret. Here they go. The Rupture will land, and that is an extremely dead Sona. Sona has gone down, and they're onto this turret right now. And Amumu's taking the damage, but he's going to be okay. He has a Sunfire and some Turtle Shells. And yes, off they go now onto the inhibitor itself at only 24 minutes into the game. They're going to see what Corki can do. Corki, of course, died very early on last time with the combined efforts of basically everyone on CLG. Tarek basically able to sit there and not take damage at all. Corki was not enough plus damage to make anything count. Just not able to really dive into that health very well. So CLG able to back themselves off. They do have a golem available to them, which is nice. And yeah, free mana.
Well, Tarek, he has 124 armor, and a lot of those spells that Corki was throwing down, concluding auto attacks, are physical damage. So, I mean, very hard to penetrate that. Corki, I mean, we're 25 minutes into the game, more or less, and he has that pickaxe for, I suppose, an infinity edge, but the real only damage item he has is that Manamune. The Sheen, kind of, because it can proc, but, I mean, he does not even anywhere near that BF sword that we typically see at least by 25 minutes.
Yeah, indeed. So, we'll see. I mean, Cork's going to do what he can, but it might even be for a last whisper. You don't quite know, but he's certainly not in good shape right now. He does have Zerk Greaves. He's got some nice points here, but oh man, Malphite taking some damage, and there comes Cho'Gath, and that is a nommed Malphite. So CLG doing a very good job of just kind of showing up at random places and odd angles and just taking people down. Tarek with the stun. Looks like Cutie Pie's jump is not up yet. There's the Valkyrie. There's the Timber stun, but he will cleanse it and get out. Let's see if they can do anything else there. No, looks like they will get completely forced back. A good ult from Sona stunning the team. And let's see. They already have the one inhibitor kill, of course. They're ready to push at the bottom lane, and you can see Ashe right there with the rest of her minions just crushing down on that quite nicely. Already has an Infinity Edge, has a longsword, has Zerk Greaves as well. And let's see what they can do. Asha pulls aggro, forces the Corki back. Asha getting really low thanks to that tower now, actually down to only 900 health. And they're actually going to force down on Tarek as hard as they can, but a very good Rupture gets landed, and Tarek will flash out. So he's going to be safe for now. There's a stun. The Rupture misses. He should have waited for that stun from Tarek. But, oh well, they're going to have to be afraid of Sion and the rest of the co. Savefish is actually by himself pushing top lane. Udyr will come in to help defend that. Does have his Trinity Force now. But CLG pushes the right hand side of the turret will go down. Go for it.
Wow, Hotshot flashing in just to get the tower kill. It's just finding that a little bit hilarious right now. Big arrow going down on a V-Man. He goes down to the Combine. Tibbers is back up again. We must have a blue buff on Annie because that was just ridiculous timing on that. This inhibitor is going to go down. That's going to put us up to a 2 inhibitor lead, and V-Man just, I mean, he's level 9 still, not even to the double digits. He goes down pretty quick. Solo mid is going to back off. Likely, though, they're either going to cycle up to this tower or they're going to go after the Baron. It does look like the tower is going to be the choice here. Amumu's going to clean up that creep wave so that they're very uninterrupted against this tower. And Tibbers, his on fire status doesn't really matter too much to a tower, but coming back to this next inhib, this could be a very big turning point for, well, it's not really much of a turning point, but a very big opportunity for CL Gaming to take the last inhib and just really start pushing down. V-Man has quit again simply because of his internet, which is really just, again, unfortunate, but, I mean, we can't pause. The game must go on, and by now, I mean, we are almost, 2 hours, well, hour and a half or so past where we wanted to end, so I think that Counterlogic Gaming is just going to start cleaning this up.
Yeah, it really does look to be so much in their favor. I don't see... There, shocked myself on the microphone. CLG looks to be so much winning this game. I don't see how OhGodBears can pull this one back. All the lanes are shoved out, and of course, especially with the inhibitors down, those lanes push out even harder. So Udyr cannot bring in those backdoor mechanics that gave him that win over solo mid. And it's just looking... It just looks... I don't see how they're going to get a comeback. They can try to defend at a tower, but And honestly, Cho doesn't have a lot of armor, but Tarek and Amumu both do. So as long as Tarek or Amumu initiate the fight, the tower will not help them. And oh, but some nice stuff there. Malphite actually missing his Q to jump in there and hit hot shot backwards. Um, oh man, Tarek's got himself some cooldown reduction and a lot of armor. That is a dead Udyr. Stun comes out from Sion, and here we go. Moves the arrow entirely, but man, there goes two more members of the team. Lots of dead OhGodBears players. And this is probably this game right now. CLG I think is going to take this over. They're going to take the inhibitor now as well. Ash tossing out some volleys, going to kill off these minions quite nicely and just turn back onto the inhibitor. And the minions are already inside the base. VMAD7 is back in the game. That's useful. And wow, the burst damage coming out from Annie, just destroying Corki. And this is definitely game. They're onto the top inhibitor or the top Nexus turret right now. That one goes down. The bottom Nexus turret taking a lot of damage as well. And CLG will win the National ESL EMS USA qualifier. We'll move on to the main round of the EMS Globals, and you're going to see a lot more coming from them and the rest of these teams, as we will have all the top four finishers hitting up qualifying rounds 1 and 2 as well in the same tournament. So we will see four North American teams make their way into the ESL EMS Global finals in the various qualifiers and stuff. And oh, let me get the kill counts so we can get our winners. So let me open up Notepad and Saint Vicious with